Previously on Rwendo the Journey.
Alright, i-album yethu le izalunjwa eZBC eMbare Studio mhla ka-7 April inyanga lezayo. Ntambama lizaziswa izikhathi. So bonke abalandeli beRwendo, labonke abalandeli beZBC, labonke abalangalandeli uTitus Majaha Shumba bamthandayo. Ndingathi munhu anondita kuti ndinyanye kufarira musambo wemusic uyu ndi Baba Shero Alec Macheso nekuda kwokuti ndakaita grade 6 party nziyo dzavaimba kumashure uko dzaindidzoredzera ende vanondiziva nyangwe kumusha uko waiwana ndakatobata chitanda changu ndichitoterera vana shedhiya ndichitoimba.
My name is Ngobeni El Nathan, and I was born in Limpopo in a small town called Giyani, South Africa. What I do for a living now is not certain because I'm just studying. I'm a student. I'm studying in the University of Limpopo, situated in Polokwane. Well, it's funny how I opted into this guitar, maybe like being a musician, a guitarist, because it all started by listening to other guitarists like Dembo. I used to listen to his music almost every day. There was a song, or maybe there's a song which I like the most called Ndozoreba Kunani. That song actually made me to have a desire of becoming a guitarist because of the skills Dembo was using on his lead guitar. So I was like, if this guy was able to play such a music, such good melodies, then why can I not imitate or even make my own music? So that's how I really opted into this musical thingy. But then sacrifices were made. I remember it was back in 2012. I was pretty much more younger than now. Obviously I am young now, but then back then I was more younger, immature as well. I had no funds actually to buy guitars or maybe instruments per se. So I always had to save money, my pocket money, so that I can raise and buy a guitar. That's how everything started back in 2012, and really it has been quite a nice journey ever since. I really liked my journey. It was full of thorns, of course, because being a guitarist isn't all, like, you don't just go into YouTube and learn how to play guitars, because there in YouTube you think everything's simple, but then when they give you a guitar, that's when you're gonna feel the fire burning. You're gonna see that you're drowning. Nothing was making sense. My life was a disaster. But then because I had the vision to pursue my hobby, being a guitarist, I went on, even though some people really discouraged me because of Sungura music, since it's not really developed in SA or maybe liked by many people. But then I was able to break through. That's why today I'm here explaining my experience, because I went through a lot. But then now I was able to come up with my own band actually. Since from 2012 I was making more progress actually. Then I decided to be like, I can also make my own team. We can work together and produce quality music. So that's simply how I was able to escape my challenges actually, by creating a team. Together we were united we're fam, and like we are a family. So even though challenges might arise, you find that we overcome them, because really two is better than one. They say, really, if you wanna walk fast, walk alone. But if you wanna walk far, walk with people you trust, people who, when you unite, you feel the power burning. So right now, I have my first album, which is uploaded on all social media, maybe musical platforms, where you can simply access it, whether Spotify, YouTube Music, anywhere actually. So you can simply find my album there and go stream and enjoy, get to listen to other melodies, get to listen to other guitarists, young guitarists. I'm young, guys, I'm not old. You can see, well, I'm young. There's nothing here. I'm even less than 20. But then, yeah, I kind of like went through a lot in terms of my musical journey. So that's basically where I am right now, making progress slowly, but surely I'm getting there. Like I said on the first question, I used to listen to Dembo's music a lot. And that's where I get my inspiration, honestly. I used to listen to that music almost every hour. When I wake up, I used to listen to Dembo's music. Why? So, love for Sungura grew inside me by listening to his music. I kind of like the styles which he used to put in, his vocals, because they used to merge, or they merge perfectly with the instruments. It's more of like a building. Things were meant to be like that. So, honestly, Dembo is the main guy who made me to become a guitarist, who made me to develop that love for Sungura music. If it wasn't for him, I don't know, maybe I'll be playing hip hop by now, rapping, because really music is in my veins. But then that's how I really loved Sungura music, through Dembo. It's just unfortunate that Dembo passed on, but then he left a legacy. He has children like Dembo and Barra Express, people who took music to the upper level. So I'd really love to have a session, a Sungura session with Dembo, because I feel like I would be connecting with the Dembo roots. Coming up with the name Sango Brothers was actually one of the nicest things. It's creative. It's no. A lot of people don't know how I came up with the name Sango Brothers, but then it's simple. I used to listen to this other type of music which was sang by Sina Makosa, a late artist actually, and by his music was actually played on the floppy disks. Those old discs before CDs came, actually there used to be floppy disks, those big discs which are black in color. So in my home, I don't know how it got there even, but then it was there. I used to listen to that music, and he had an album which he named it Sango. It's written in big letters, Sango. Then I was like, this music relates to Sungura music, but it's not Sungura music. Then I discovered later that Sina Makosa used to play a music which was popularly played in Congo, and yeah, it's similar to Sungura music. Then I was like, how about I name my outfit the Sango Brothers? So I extracted the name Sango from that big record. That's how I came up with the name Sango. Later on, discovered that if I name myself Chazo and Sango Brothers, it was gonna be a nice name. So that's simply how I came up with the name Sango Brothers. Of course, I have a band, the Sango Brothers. So now I only have two bandmates actually. My rhythm guitarist, also my bass guitarist. For drums, we simply program those at the studio due to lack of resources, a studio which can record live drums. So my rhythmist is Wiseman Ngobe, born and bred in Guyana, where I come from, but then situated in Ngobe. That's where he comes from. I also have a band member called Kulani Mabasa, the bass guitarist, the bass man. He was born also in Guyana. We come from the same hood, but then he lives in Kuri. That's the name of the village, found in Guyana. So right now, those are my two main guys who work together. I'm the lead guitarist, Wiseman, the rhythm guitarist, Kulani, the bass guitarist. I do all the compositions. I do all the writing, the lyrics. I come up with the lead lines. Obviously, it wouldn't be Chazo and Sango Brothers if I wasn't the one coming up with almost everything. So the reason why I am on my own, we could have just said we are the Sango Brothers, but just because I take a large portion actually in terms of compositions, so that's why I stand out alone on my own. So that's why I created my outfit, because I felt like I am able to make compositions. Of course, compositions, I make them, I don't want to lie, I make most compositions when I feel down, when I'm sad. When I'm happy, normally I don't make compositions, but then when I'm sad, I tend to create soulful melodies on the guitar, because it's more of like I'm relieving my stress on the strings. That's how I come up with my compositions. Write them down, later on combine them to make one song. That's how I make my compositions. Yeah, I do live shows here in South Africa, just that my time is limited. As a student, I am always caught up in schoolwork, but then I do live shows and the response is quite massive, because people will be like, how come at your age you are able to play Sungura music which was popularized by our great grandfathers, you know? So they kind of like, hey, how come you, young as you are, play Sungura music so well, so fluent? How are you able to fit in? Like, the response was quite massive. I don't want to lie, I like the feeling. I felt like I could always do live shows every weekend, because that's where I get closure. On stage, that's where I kind of like relax. I have my peace, because honestly, playing guitars, music, actually, that's my hobby. I feel like without music, I am nothing. I'm empty. So back to the question, the main point. Yeah, I do live show. I do take live shows, but then due to time, I don't really get to continuously have them. I'm a student. I'm studying at the moment. Music is not simple. I don't want to lie. A musical journey is just full of thorns. And if you are not strong enough, you might leave the music industry. Because as a newbie in music, people will criticize you. People will look down on you sometimes due to the fact that you still lack skills. We are not born with these skills, guys. To be honest, experience actually makes someone a good musician. That's why you find that those successful musicians, they've been through a lot. They produced many albums. Some even failed. Some we don't even know. But then now we see the guy, we think he just dropped one song. It can be the case out of luck. But then if you want music to work for you for a longer period, you have to suffer in the beginning. You will be caught up in this mess of not having enough funds to go to proper studios or maybe do some collaborations with those high artists. So those are some of the challenges we face due to, it's actually financial reasons. Music needs you to be financially stable if you don't have a sponsor. So all in all, music industry is hard. You need connections. You need to have the talent. That's one thing for sure. Without talent, you're gonna struggle a lot. You have to use your talent, connect with people, the right people. They will take you to places. So, but then one last thing, you should never give up. If you really want to be in the music industry, you must push forward. You don't look back. If you make a song, it never gets viral, people don't listen to it, try to go and sit down and find out where you made a mistake, or maybe why people don't want to listen to your songs. Another thing, don't be afraid of rejection. That's one thing for sure. Suppose you want a record label, they can't sign you in. Why? Because they feel like your music is not enough. Don't give up. Move forward. Go look for solutions on how to make your music be up the levels. So in simple terms, you just need to be consistent with your musical journey, because it's full of thorns. I don't want to lie, I've been through a lot. Actually, I'm still undergoing a lot, but then I'm stronger than this. That's why I am standing in front of everyone, telling everyone how I started my journey and how things are going at the moment. But I'm pushing slowly but surely. I'm going there. So even you, right there, if you feel like you want to do music, go for it. The platform is free for everyone. Actually, you just need to know the right buttons to press in order for your success to be revealed. If you want to reach me or maybe get my music on all the streaming platforms, you can simply just search Chazo and Sango Brothers. You'll find us there. And if you want to be specific, suppose you want to stream the most recent album, you're going to write Nhlupheko. You have to write Nhlupheko _ Chazo and Sango Brothers Volume 1. Then that's how you're going to get me. I am available on all media platforms. On Facebook, Chazo and Sango Brothers. YouTube, Chazo and Sango Brothers. Insta, Chazo and Sango Brothers. Even though I don't use Instagram that much. So if you wanna get a hang of me, just go to Facebook. My number 071-9200-910. That's my WhatsApp number, in case you kinda like wanna greet me in advance. Thank you. I would like to thank Rwendo the Journey for hosting me. I really enjoyed the session. The interview was nice. The questions you guys were asking were quite touching. I really like them. Thank you guys for hosting me. I learned a lot. It's been a pleasure. And also, please guys, subscribe to Rwendo the Journey YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to them so that the love can increase, escalate. We're going far. The sky is the limit. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. This is Chazo and Sango Brothers signing out.